What is up, guys? Let's talk Game of Thrones, right? I was not here last week to talk about the episode, so I'm just going to say something very quickly about it. One of the best episodes of the season. Holy shit. Come on. They stayed at the wall the whole time, and let me explain how good it is. You know, when the week before Tyrion got sentenced to death and Oberyn got his head just okay. I didn't even think about any of that. None of that stuff popped into my head. I didn't even think about what happened last week. I didn't say, hey, where the hell is Khaleesi? Where's the dragons? I didn't think about none of that. All I saw was the wall. And those fucking giants? Are you kidding me? The giants with the bow and then... Come, when the giant shot the bow and it hit the guy and flew way over the wall. How fucking tall is that wall? We know how tall that wall is. He shot without even taking a breath. It was horrendously beautiful. Okay? Samwell gained nuts. I don't know where he got them from. He walking around like a fat Jon Snow. He's like, open the fucking gate. he just, like a woman can do that to you. You know, it makes somebody who's nothing, not nothing anymore. Impressive. Just a great episode all around. There was a tracking shot that went through all this action in one take, and everything was perfectly done, and it was great. Okay, it's fucking great. Let me say one more thing about this episode. A lot of people were saying stuff about how, you know, there were things that didn't quite make sense, like how Gilly walked right past the wildlings and didn't get noticed and all that. I'm thinking to myself, if you paying that much attention to those kind of details, then you're not paying attention to the story. Who cares? Okay? I get it, but at the same time, they needed that to move the story along. They could have come up with a better way of doing it, sure, but it didn't take me out of the story at all. It didn't take me out of the action. It didn't take me out of anything. Janos Slynt is a bitch. Just a huge bitch. Like, how you more of a coward than Samwell Tarly? You were commander of the of the City Watch. What the whatever. I'm just gonna say this. That was one of my favorite episodes of the season. And this season was packed with crazy episodes. And this was still one of my favorites. God. I'm not going to talk about it anymore because we have bigger fish to fry right now. So, episode 10. Here's my problem with what Game of Thrones did last night. And it's common for TV shows to do this, but it's way harder when it's all these different characters. It sucks even more. What they did was they set everything up like a chessboard. They set each piece so that it's ready to move on into the next stage in the next season, right? Which is great. It's nice. I get it, but it makes it all the worse because you're like, what's going to happen with Arya? She's going to Bravos, which is great. She left the Hound. They're dying. She took his money. She's a bad little bitch. Like, she took his money. She didn't kill him even though he was on her list, but she was like, killing you would be mercy. You don't need mercy. Okay? Fuck you. So, I mean, that's awesome. She's on her way to Bravos. And you think, God, is she gonna meet up with Jack and Hagar? Because she gave the coin to Vala Margolis and all that, Cindy Margolis, that stuff, that happened. And it was great. I wanted, now she's on the way and you're like, what happens next? And then they say, oh yeah, we'll see you next April. The wildlings. 100,000 wildlings. Okay? They were the biggest force in Westeros, it seemed. And it was gonna be over. And Stannis comes out of nowhere with, I'm assuming, the Golden Company. That Bravos money did him well. And they just routed him like nothing. Like nothing. Like nothing. I don't understand how there was such a huge threat last episode and now they're nothing. At all. It's weird. But you know what happens? War is war. When you have better troops, you have more, or you just have more skill, then it's easy to ride through these people. So Jon Snow goes and he does his thing with Mance, and Stannis then comes and saves him, and it's weird to see Jon Snow talking to Stannis Baratheon. You know what I mean? It's like, why is this happening? But it happens. They go and take him to the wall. One last thing about last week. Tormund, Giantsbane. He is a wildling in every sense of the word. He was just viciously violent, just hacking through people and just. I believe he fucked the bear. I mean, he had the roughness and the aggression to pull off fucking up there. I say he didn't do it for real, but I question that. He fucked it there. It's a lot of stuff, you know what I mean? And that happens with Jon Snow, and he goes and he burns Ygritte in the wild on the other side of the wall, you know, because she died, blah, 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 very sad. And they go back to the wall where Stannis now, you know, is there, and I'm assuming he's just in charge now, because he's the king of the Seven Kingdoms, without actually sitting on the throne ever, but he's the king. And that redhead is there. Like, she was looking at Jon Snow very weird, and I'm like, he just got through with a redhead. Please leave him alone. He got enough going on. Let him go. Don't give him them eyes. I know you come in with a perky breast and you kind of ruin this man's life. That happened, and it ends off. Don't know where he stands. We don't know where anyone stands at the wall. All we know is that Stannis is there and he's in charge. We have no knowledge on what's going on. Then you have who else? You know, they didn't say anything about Littlefinger and Big Sister Sansa. Nothing happened with them. Interesting. Anyway, like I said, then you have Brienne. Brienne ended up fighting Hound, which was crazy. That was a vicious fight. You know when a fight is good when they take all the sound away from it. There's no undertone of music or anything. It's just the grunts and the screaming. And she screams when she fights. Like, it's like, forgive me when I say this, it's kind of like she's getting raped. And that sounds harsh to hear, but if you just close your eyes and listen to that scene, it sounds just like when those men took her in the back when she was with the Northerners, with Dreadfort. His men, and they were going to rape her. That's all I could hear. I hear, and she's, she's screaming, and it's like, but she whooped his ass. She whooped his ass, and she threw him off the side of that cliff. And when I saw it, originally when it first happened, that cliff looked a lot deeper, a lot higher. Well, I thought, oh, he's automatically dead, but he tumbled down that thing, which is good because it gave Arya a moment to do what she needed to do. I thought she was gonna take her shot and kill him. She did. So Brienne found out that she was Arya, and you know, she wanted to take her to safety to the Vale, which is not a safe place because Littlefinger will have her ass killed too. She'd be flying through that moon door with her aunt. And he just went, oops, it was an accident. And Sansa was just like, hey, it was my sister. She would have did the bullshit too, so she could stay alive. I know I'm forgetting somebody. We did the Stannis. We did the Arya. I want to get into Jaime now. Jaime and his sister, Cersei, came out to their father as a brother fucker, I guess. She told him the truth, and he was like, no, I don't believe it. But he did. He knew it was true. He may have been too blinded by his own house love, but he knows the truth. She was fucking her brother, and she refused to marry Loras. She's happy that, oh my God, she's just a bitch. She's just like, but I get it. Like, she loves her family, her children, and her brother. She doesn't care about her father, and she doesn't care about her brother. They wanted this dude dead his whole life, which is horrible. Just because he's a dwarf. That's all. That's the only reason they hate him. Can you believe? Whatever. Let me know in the comments, because I know I'm forgetting something else. And it's probably something huge. But I'm going to skip to the end. Best part. Jaime frees Tyrion. Okay? Holy hell. He frees Tyrion. He says, look, you go up these stairs, the virus will help you get to the free cities where you will be safe. He says, cool, I'm going to do that. But then he goes to see his father. I don't know why. But when he does, Shay is in the bed. Oh, you bitch. Shay is in the bed. Okay, and she's like, oh, Tywin, my lion. Bitch, that's my name. That's what he's thinking. Like, I'm your lion. You fucking my daddy. Right? So, he kills her. And there's a beautiful shot. Forgive me for saying it, but it's a beautiful shot where he's sitting there and his head is there and her head's hanging upside down, dead next to him. And he's just like, oh God, I just killed this bitch. Right? So he goes to find Tywin. He takes Joffrey's old bow and finds Tywin on the toilet. Okay? Just such an undignified death, which he deserved. And his dad's like, you're my son. And blah, 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 blah. And Tyrion's like, give me a fucking break. This shit worked when I was little, okay? You hate me. You wish I was dead. You got your chance to kill me. You know I did not kill my brother's son, but you're still going to let me hang for it anyway. Fuck you. He shot him one time, and then the real Tywin came out. He's like, you're no son of mine. Yes, I am your son. Anyway, he popped him 2 times on the toilet, which should be very sad for him. I would be embarrassed to be found dead that way. He popped his ass twice on the toilet, and then he fled with Varys. Varys put him in a crate. He was like, I'll help you out, my lord, blah, 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 blah. Put him on the boat to the free cities, and as he was doing that, Varys was leaving, and he heard the bells ring. The bells that usually ring when someone important dies. He realized, oh shit, I can't go back either. Huh. I'll be going to the free cities with you. Turned his ass around and got on that boat. So, one thing I'm excited for next season is that twosome. They're going to be walking around in the free cities, plotting and doing whatever they need to do, and it's going to be so satisfying. I like them two together. I really do. They're both smart asses. One has no dick and one can be a dick sometimes, which is cool. There's gotta be something else I'm missing. Please let me know in the comments what I'm missing. I know I'm missing something else. I don't know. But anyway, after all this happens, I think to myself, ooh, that was a lot of information. It set up a lot for next season. Oh shit, next season begins like in April. I got like over half a year to wait. God, why? Why can't you be 12 episodes? I'm not even greedy. I won't even say like a regular TV show on network TV that you like 22 episodes. God, that would be fucking fantastic though. What, wouldn't it? Come on, it'd be fantastic. But 12 episodes. HBO has the money. This is your highest rated show. This is your top show on your roster. Stop being cheap. Pay the money. I know it makes $9-10 million to make an episode. So what? You got it. Okay? I know how much you get paid. $10 per household. Okay? To have this every month. You know how many millions of dollars that is every... Stop being cheap. 12 episodes. Well, that's it, guys. Thanks for watching. And I will see you next year. Actually, I'm going to do reviews for other shows. And if you care to stick around, please stick around. And we can talk about things that are happening. I have the comment section below. I have messages. You can contact me and talk. And we can find out. We can exchange ideas. As long as you don't spoil anything for me on the show, I will hunt you down. Hunt you down. Believe it. Alright guys, that's about it. Thanks for watching. Deuces.